Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's Cabinet meeting of Broadland District Council. Just to remind you that this evening's meeting is being live streamed on the Council's YouTube. Start with any declarations of interest. No? Okay. Any apologies for absence? We're all here, so I'm assuming not.
Apologies?
No. Minutes of the Cabinet meeting held on the 6th of July. Can I take those as being correct, or is there any changes, amendments, updates required? All okay with those? Yep. Okay, so I'll sign those off. I don't think we've got any public speaking to this evening.
No, there's no public speaking, Chairman.
Okay, we've got a couple of non-cabinet members here this evening. So good evening, Karen. Good evening, Ken. If you wish to speak, if you let me know and it's appropriate, I'll try and bring you in. We don't have anyone from Overview and Scrutiny, but we've seen the draft minutes, so thank you for passing those over to us. That moves on then to item 8, which is the Environmental Excellence Policy Development Panel. Judy, are you doing this one?
I can do. Yes. Start again. The minutes have been circulated, and the only topic of conversation was waste.
Which is on tonight's agenda. So,
exactly.
Yeah, we'll take your minutes and take any conversations into the main part of our meeting. So thank you for that. So that moves us on then to item 9, which is the insurance contract. Is that you, Rodney? Yes. So over to you, Rodney.
Thank you very much. The council needs to put new insurance cover in place from the 1st of October of this year. Very much the council's policy has been for insurable risks to insure them with a low level of excess, and the council has got a very good claims history with very few claims on our insurance policies in the past. So we carried out a joint tender exercise with South Norfolk Council. We can still award different contractors to South Norfolk, but it was done jointly for the efficiencies of doing them both at the same time. During this process, we're very much supported by AJ Gallagher's brokers to help us evaluate the tenders being received. And we actually had 6 bids being received across the lots that we decided to issue. We decided to issue it in lots very much because not all insurers wish to bid for specific insurances. So by doing it in lots, we allowed all the bidders to bid for the insurances they actually wish to cover. We've carried that out, we've done the evaluation, and very much we're asking yourselves to support the recommendation in paragraph 8.1 to award the contracts as set out in that paragraph. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for that, Rodney. Trudy, is there anything you want to add to that?
Yes, thank you. I did notice that we were able to supply all the information needed as well to get the bids in, which I think actually, considering we were hoping to go with the local government mutual, which hasn't happened, but a lot of work went into that, and I think that made the information readily available. I have double checked for members in case anyone's got any more questions that we will be awarding on a separate contract to South Norfolk. Therefore, the responsibility to the broker will be for our contract only. And also notice, which Rodney didn't mention, which I'm surprised, that we have got savings on our current contract of approximately £9,000 per annum as well. And I have double checked, as I know at least one member had a query. The broker that we will be using supports local councils, so it is a well-known broker, specific to councils anyway. So with that in mind, I'm happy to recommend on page 31, paragraph 8.1. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. Can I just have a seconder for that? Thank you, Joe. Any questions? I'd like to just kick off with one relating to obviously having multiple contracts and multiple insurers. Is there a danger of overlap and a danger of one insurer playing the other off?
I think that chance is very unlikely because very much If it's a bit of Broadland business, it will fall within the Broadland insurance. If it was our partner authority, South Norfolk, and it was some transaction for South Norfolk, it'd fall to their insurance. So there's a very clear distinction between the two.
Okay, I was thinking more of the specific contracts themselves, as the lots, the different
lots.
elements.
Now, with regard to the lots, as we have such a low insurance history, we have very few claims. I don't think it will be a challenge to manage the different insurers, very much because they are all specific insurance policies. So it's normally quite clear that actually if you're claiming on for your public liability, it will go to public liability insurance. Property would obviously go to a property insurance. So they are very clear policies.
Okay, thank you, Rodney. Any other questions for anybody else? No? Okay, so recommendation is 8.1, top of page 31. All those in favour?
It's unanimous, Chair. Carried.
Thank you, James. Okay, so that moves us on to... No, wrong one. Sorry, my mistake. I've pressed the wrong button. Now I'm in trouble. Got to get the technology to work. Ah, that's why. It's further down. Okay, so sorry about that. That moves us on then to the next item, which is the exclusion of the press and public. I exclude the press and public from the meeting under section 100A of the Local Government Act 1972 for the following items of business on the grounds that it involves the likely disclosure of exempt information as defined in paragraph 3 of part 1 of Schedule 12 to the Act as amended.